Our thoughts make us what we are. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. When we hate our enemies, we are giving them power over us, power over our sleep, our appetites, our blood pressure, our health, and our happiness. Happiness doesn't depend on outward conditions. It depends on inner conditions. When dealing with people, remember, you are not dealing with creatures of logic, but with creatures bristling with prejudice and motivated by pride and vanity. Actions speak louder than words, and a smile says, "I like you. You make me happy. I am glad to see you." Talk to someone about themselves, and they'll listen for hours. It isn't what you have, or who you are, or where you are, or what you are doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It is what you think about. Everybody in the world is seeking happiness, and there is one sure way to find it. That is by controlling your thoughts. Even God doesn't propose to judge a man till his last days. Why should you and I? You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. Don't be afraid of enemies who attack you. Be afraid of the friends who flatter you. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. If you are not in the process of becoming the person you want to be, you are automatically engaged in becoming the person you don't want to be. Any fool can criticize, complain, and condemn. And most fools do. But it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving. Knowledge isn't power until it is applied. Remember, today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday. Be wiser than other people if you can, but do not tell them so. no matter what happens, always be yourself. Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. Let's not allow ourselves to be upset by small things. We should despise and forget. Remember, life is too short to belittle. Our fatigue is often caused not by work, but by worry, frustration, and resentment. Today is our most precious possession. It is our only sure possession. By fighting, you never get enough, but by yielding, you get more than you expected. When fate hands you lemons, make lemonade. We are all dreaming of some magical rose garden over the horizon, instead of enjoying the roses blooming outside our windows today. The man who goes farthest is generally the one who is willing to do and dare. The sure thing boat never gets far from shore. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. The successful man will profit from his mistakes and try again in a different way. You are going to survive, and good things are going to start to happen again. And one day, you are going to look back, and this will not even be such a bad thing. First, ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? Then, prepare to accept it. Then, proceed to improve on the worst. Had the blues because I had no shoes, until upon the street I met a man who had no feet. Think and thank. Think of all we have to be grateful for, and thank God for all our boons and bounties. The first sign of greatness is when a man does not attempt to look and act great. By becoming interested in the cause, we are less likely to dislike the effect. Always avoid the acute angle. Action springs out of what we fundamentally desire. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. Our main business is not to see what lies dimly at a distance, but to do what lies clearly at hand. Encouragement is a much more effective teaching device than punishment. Those who do not know how to fight worry die young. Every day is a new life to a wise man. Never be bothered by what people say, as long as you know in your heart you are right. When we have accepted the worst, we have nothing more to lose, and that automatically means we have everything to gain. All men have fears, but the brave put down their fears and go forward, sometimes to death, but always to victory. You can measure the size of a person by what makes him or her angry. Instead of condemning people, let's try to understand them. Let's try to figure out why they do what they do. Let's never try to get even with our enemies, because if we do, we will hurt ourselves far more than we hurt them. Names are the sweetest and most important sound in any language. Criticism is dangerous because it wounds a person's precious pride, hurts his sense of importance, and arouses resentment. If you want to keep happiness, you have to share it. The deepest principle in human nature is the craving to be appreciated. Show respect for the other person's opinions. Never say, "You're wrong." Let the other person do a great deal of the talking. If you want enemies, excel your friends. But if you want friends, let your friends excel you. Hurting a man in his dignity is a crime. Always make the other person feel important. Every man I meet is my superior in some way. In that, I learn of him. I judge people by their own principles, not by my own. It never hurts a fool to appear before an audience, for his capacity is not a capacity for feeling. My mother always said, "Two people can't fight if one person doesn't want to."